Un, dos, tres. Estamos
Pascual, ¿dónde es compartido? Perdona.
okay. Estamos en el aire.
We are live. Hello everybody. This is the second session of the general hangout about Civic Factory Fest in Valencia next November, and we have an agenda published in Slack. Okay, today we have a big chance to challenge our timing in Hangouts because we have less than 45 minutes, more or less 50 minutes to finish the Hangout because as we said last time, we are working temporary in an office that was given to us from our co-organizer for the event. So the office closed at 8. We have to finish a little earlier. So 8 minus 5, we have finished the hangout. So mainly, there are 2 points on the agenda now. We can briefly, very quickly discuss if we need to put some more, but it's a general update about the organization of the event and then enter in the main issue that is local camp. Because this meeting of Thursdays, these general hangouts will be focused more on the local camp. Okay, this is the main thing because it's the biggest thing to organize from the global community, and this is where we will all be involved. So that's the point. I don't know if you want. Hello, Nasia. Where is Nasia now?
Hi.
Hi, Nasia. We just started. There is the acta, the agenda in the Slack. If you want to take a look, we have. I was saying that we have mostly 2 points. We have very few time today. Okay, because we have to finish before 8 because the office here closed and we have to go. Next week will be easier because we will have the keys of the office so we can stay more. Actually, we want to update you from the news of the general organization of the Civic Factory Fest, and then talk about the local camp, mainly because these meetings will be focused more on organizing local camp, because it's up to our community to organize it. Because local group here will be more focused on the organization of the fest in general. But the issue, the topics and stuff of the local camp, we will do it as a global community. So if somebody else want to add a point in the agenda, now talk now or be quiet forever.
I'm going to add one that just maybe not to discuss here, but just to have in mind.
What?
Engagement on management. Sorry, for the Civic Factory.
The engagement?
For the fest.
I didn't understand. Sorry, postpone.
I add 1 point for the agenda, not to discuss here because it's I mean we can't in 30 minutes, but just to have in mind. I want to bring up another issue that I think that we need to discuss along the next weeks, because it's important, I think, for the if we want to.
What we can do is at the end maybe reserve a couple of minutes to prepare these topics for next time.
Okay.
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 So as you see, well, we can start with a very fast update from the news here. Okay. There is the whole team here. It's only me on the camera, but we are all here. There is Domenico, Irene, and Laura. Okay, if somebody can take notes, or we take it collectively, okay. You are on the. Io también.
But can I ask something?
Yes, please.
You said that we will have these meetings on Thursdays for the local camp. I mean, the global community will deal with the local camp only in these meetings, not
No, no,
because we
but
are also connected to the city.
yeah, that's a point to discuss. Okay, yes, we have to decide this. But
Okay, because we are also related to the fest, because we are this thing that we were talking earlier at the previous hangout. Maybe we want to do something, so we need to.
yeah, yeah, it's of course it's possible, and but with the updates we have, things are changing, so we explain better which is the role of local camp inside the fest, and then we have to discuss also this point you are saying, Nasser. So we start with an upgrade, and then
Yeah.
we put this. I can put it in the agenda like um, uh, getting updated, getting involved in CFF. That is a little more than local camp. I mean, okay.
Mm.
Okay, like this, getting involved in CFF beyond local camp. This is a point we will discuss. Okay, so about update, we had a couple of meetings with some local actors, but mostly with La Marina, the co-organizer, and we can give, I think, 10 minutes to the update, and then another 15, 20 minutes to talk about our role and like a global community, and of course local camp, starting discussion about local camp. Okay, so about the general update, do you want to say something, Domenico, or I can start and then we have only 10 minutes. We had this meeting, a very interesting meeting with La Marina, and we started structuring the event. Actually, the event, of course, as you can understand, as formally has to be formally organized, like with permission, licenses, and stuff. So the fact is, the conclusion we got to what it is there, there will be a phase, a more open phase to the world public, and a more an incubation phase, we call it, where we will work with local actors, but not with the open public. I mean, the biggest issue is the public access to the building for the event, because of course there is a lot of responsibility, a lot of licenses we have to ask and stuff. So this access of a free public will be only in a closed time. That means we are planning 2 weeks, last 2 weeks of the event, starting from the last weekend of local camp, the 19th. Starting from the last weekend of local camp to the end of November. So actually, the first is changing its dates from the 1st, the 2nd of November to the 30th of November. So this is the calendar. You see it? Well, so we will have a more public time, a more public openness that will be from the 19th, more or less, the last weekend of local camp to the end of the month. The first 3 weeks will be an incubation phase. What does it mean? It means that we will work with local actors as global community also, because we have the weekend of a local camp. We will work with them to prepare actually the prototyping of the Civic factory. It means that the last 2 weeks that actually are the open time of the festival will be where the Civic factory tests its working, tests its functioning. Okay, so the week before we prepare all the processes, the methodology, the how it will be working. We will prepare it before. So we will have a big role like global community coming with the local camp, and we will be in the middle of this. It's not a lot of a big difference, okay? Because we will do all the things we said before the last time. So the school, the agora and stuff. It's just a little detail about how it will work relating to the city. Okay, it's not what we thought before, opening the building all the time in the whole month. Okay, will be more. We need to be a little working on thematic issues before, and then open all these issues, all this methodology, all this conclusion we got to the public and start discussing again. Not really again, but just opening to a future compromise. This is the big chance we have. So the first 3 weeks is an incubation of these contents. Then we have the actual festival, open, really open. That will be the moment where we will discuss the conclusion with the citizens publicly, and of course the administration and all the actors. But this gives us the chance to really test the functioning of the factory in those 2 weeks of opening, and then launch future compromises, future chances, future proposals, future needs, also for the citizen, because this phase of test is very important now. I think this is the main actualization we had, and then actually we are starting to involve a lot of local actors. They are very interested, and the good thing, one thing we did is to divide some duties. I mean, it is not, but it's not a correct word. But we are going to be there is going to be some coordinators for each thematic we showed last time. So for Agora, for school, for escuela, for taller, for food lab, for cocina, for the leisure recreo, for galleria, exposition. There will be a coordinator, or it will be one of the team here, coordinating the works between global and locals. Okay, so I think we can just, if you have question about this first update, that maybe it's a little complex to understand or not, but please do it, Pasquale.
I have 2 questions. The first one is, you said that this public phase is between the last weekend of Google Camp until until the end of November.
Yes,
so,
until the 30th.
So then, what is happening between the 1st of December and the 10th of December? Because we said.
Okay.
No, because we said last time that the fest is going to be until 10th of December. Or
yeah,
this is no.
We got to. The problem is that Valencia is a very nice city. People like really much to go party, and in the last week of December, the first week of December, there are many festivity days. So actually, people here is used to take the whole week of vacation. So there is not so much chance to have a big audience. That's the problem.
So
okay.
So right now the fest is until the end of November.
Yes.
Okay.
We cut the week because there is a festivity on the 6th, on the 8th, and then there is the weekend of the 10th and the 11th. So usually people here takes all the week of vacation. So we had to cut that week because there is not much more sense to go further.
And
Maybe
it's not
but not much further.
It's not an opportunity maybe to have the space open so more people can go there for the exposition and know about the project and everything, because everyone is going to be in holidays or not?
The problem is that in terms of legal
Permissions,
legal license, we are trying to reduce the official time for the festival.
Okay.
Because it seems that this could be too complicated having the public building open for the whole month. So it's why now we are also reducing these public parts, and so that's why.
I mean, let's clarify one thing. We talk about public and open, meaning that there is public access to the building, not controlled access, or not very much control. I mean, public access. People passing by can stop and start working with us without asking, without signing, without being a list. This is what we mean for public event. Okay. This is the problem. It's a legal problem, just a legal problem. This time can't be the whole month. So we thought that we can have a first 3 weeks, on the 2nd of November to the 18th of November, will be an incubation where all the people participating in the event will be people contacted from us or that contacts us and wants to join the preparation of the festival.
Okay.
Then we have the real testing of the Civic factory from the 19th to the 30th of the November. Going much further, it's a problem for the vacation that people will take here.
We don't know exactly. Maybe we stop before. We don't know yet.
The problem is this one. We have to discuss this because we were talking that next week we will enter in the legal issue. The responsible will enter in the legal issues, and will tell us if the municipality says no, an event of 2 weeks is too long. We can't give you it's too complicated to have permissions. We change it. So it's a process. So we have to, but this is I think it's an opportunity because this thing gives us a structure, a formal structure that we didn't have before. So I think it can work the phase of incubation and test of the factory. So in the first week we work about how the factory can be in functioning, then we put it in functioning, and then in the functioning time we open the process to a more large public, to a more large audience, and we launch again the issues, the topics for a future. As we talked before, there is an opportunity of the future because all areas we want to do it generated. CivicWise is a good actor with a good relation with the management of the area, so that's the point.
Another question is about these 3 first weeks. We were talking about, I mean, in the last meeting, you said that we have already a lot of local actors inside the Slack and everything, but who are they and how to contact? I mean, I think that it would be useful to know specifically what kind of local actors are and how to reach them in terms of thinking about content for the Civic Factory Fest for all of us who are in Slack. I mean, if you want to develop a project about the schools or about Civic Tech or about the Rural Lab, to know specifically who are the actors that right now are involved, so you can know what is the potential of that project or not, to reach them, start to talk about this with them, and everything.
Yeah, we actually we are involving them. They are many of them are inside the Slack, have access to Discourse and stuff. the fact is that many of them are in vacation, so we will be more operative in September, and we are preparing lists and start to connect between global and locals in the platforms, and we will put. We are preparing a formal, people. Up to now, few of them really compromised themselves to the project. Actually, really, like I have this idea, I want to do this. They all want to join, but we are still working with them to, like we are doing as global community. I mean, I think that from September, this office we have will be more accessible. Okay. It will be more accessible, so we will start working here with them. That's why we set up a coordinator for each topic, and this coordinator will animate and foster the discussion and the work. So we can say the coordinators. For example, we will have Domenico coordinating the school, the scuola, all the issues about school. We will have Jonathan coordinating Agora, and then we have Laura coordinating Cocina and Recreo, Food Lab and Leisure, that have a lot of things in common. So we will have a whole join the coordination, and then we have Irene coordinating Exposition Galleria, and I will coordinate local camp, because I won't be here, but I will be back in Italy. So I will be coordinating all the issues about local camp, the organization of local camp. So for any question, anything, start contacting the coordinators. Of course, there is a fact that we maybe are a little further than the local group, because we actually have a lot of things produced in Drive, and in this course we manage it very easily, and they don't have entered in the thing yet. So we have to be careful with this, not overcoming them, but they are involving. I think yesterday we had a good contact with people who want to join the school as a proposal for school topics to work on. Also we have a good chance to. We have a good meeting with a person that is working with a group of startups that wants to join. So actually, I think the starting of September thing will go faster also locally. Okay. But
just to be funny, yesterday we had the first non-architects joining.
Yes.
So
Check.
One is a geographist, and the other one is an economist.
Geographies, check.
Check. Economist, check.
Economist, check. Perfecto. Maravilloso.
So now the group is building, and we are going very good. We have 10 minutes, guys.
Okay. Go ahead.
If there are any more questions about, I think maybe Nicolas and Monica, you joined later. Did you got the big change? Did you understand that there has been a big change? Not, I don't think it's very big, but it's just formal change.
No, we arrived very late, and perhaps we'll see on YouTube if you want.
Yeah.
I want to explain everything.
Very briefly, the big thing that has changed, as you can understand, is that we don't have the whole month, the 6 week. We reduced it because of vacational time in December and stuff, and we will have a more open to public phase. That it will be the end of the month, and the first phase, the first 3 weeks, will be more like incubating and start prototyping the Civic factory. Then we will have these 2 weeks very open to the world public, and we will start testing the Civic factory and launching new challenges for the resident Civic factory of the future.
Okay.
So this is then for if you watch the YouTube, but it will be always an open project, an open structure where everybody can join. Just in the first phase of incubation, it will be more like people that we contact and that will contact us to join the preparing phase of the festival, of the fest of the factory.
Okay.
That's the big change, but it's all linked to legal issues and permission and stuff. But
Okay.
I think it's a good chance because we have a structure now. We didn't have it last week, so now we have a structure to adapt to, and it's a good chance for us.
Okay.
There are any question or stuff? No question.
Yeah.
So we can pass to the second point, that is local camp. Nasia was saying a good thing about how to get involved beyond local camp. I think we have a big role in a local camp. As you can see, local camp is inside the incubation phase, and the last 3 days of local camp will be in the phase of the really open festival and the testing of the Civic factory. So we are a bridge, in the bridge, okay, between the two of them. I think that all the proposal we can do effectively will take place in local camp. If somebody comes before, gets from the beginning, he can take those proposals from the beginning. I think this is, but as a CivicWise community, we have to focus and not disperse ourselves, because local camp is something that we have to build ourselves. The locals will not build it. So that's why I said before that these reunions we make every week will have to be like the reunions we had in the month before Paris, the last local camp. We have to start building the local camp. In local camp, we will take all our proposals and stuff. Of course, we have the support of a local group, but we need to do that because nobody is going to do it if we don't.
But on the other hand, this time in this local camp we have one thing that we didn't have in Paris, which is content. I mean, those 3 weeks before the local camp is going to generate a lot of content. That the thing is that the local camp is articulating these two phases, so the local camp is it's already have content to work on it and to try to make this bridge between these 3 weeks before and the 2 weeks after the local camp with all the community.
Yeah, that's the point.
So
Contents. Yeah, in Paris we didn't.
So I think it's more, I mean, the thing that we need to build for the global camp is the structure, is how to work about this content that is going to be generated in the fest.
Yeah, okay, the objective is that we have a lot of line of works of CivicWise. Okay, we should talk about how we are organizing the formats and the structure of the dealing with the content here in the fest. We are doing a big effort to organize in main thematic areas of discussion, of working, of prototyping. That will be 5 areas, okay, where we can put all the work lines of CivicWise and all the work lines of local actors. So local camp will be where global community take his work of line and start relating our work lines with the local actors. So, for example, you are working on Civic Tech, for example, Pasquale, no? You have your own, your group has its own work and stuff, research, and there will be some Similar issues here developing by the locals. Local camp is where you can take your proposal and confront it with the locals working on the same issue. That means that we have to build a structure of local camp that will be very easy because we have also a structure of a festival to fit in, okay, not like in Paris. And there are coordinators that will help you to fit your thematic in the main thematic of the festival. It will help you to get in contact with the locals in thematics. Okay.
That's why before I was asking about the local actors, because if we know the local actors from now as soon as possible, we can start to link our work lines with the local actors in that 3 weeks, the first 3 weeks, so we can start to develop work together with the local actors since the beginning, and then we can. With the whole community, we need to work on the local camp to engage with.
Yeah, I understand. This is about the contents, but we have to build a structure. If you remember, we had I was working, for example, in the last local camp on welcoming. Okay, of course, welcoming has protocols of the festival, so we have to relate to the protocol of the festival. But we maybe need to reflect on that also for local camp. So it's a kind different from Paris. I think it will be very different from Paris, but not so distant. Okay, so far from the work we have. We have to start planning on that. That's why I put on the agenda the links of the pre-local camp drive folder, where we can have all the materials we had before, and the summary of the workshop of local camp that we made in Paris. I think what we can do for next week, we can all do is start taking a look at the summary of the workshop, because that workshop were really focused on taking the results of Paris and starting to put topics for the next one, that is this one we are organizing. So we working, I think can be useful to read this and start thinking on this and start proposing issues that we can start discussing.
Okay.
So up to now, I agree with you. We don't have a lot of tools to organize to start actually very fast, because we need this relation with the locals. But there are some things that we can. There are some conclusion of the last local camp that we can start elaborating.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So we can start from there, and then once the local network is stronger, we start rating. For this, we have the coordinators.
Okay.
So I propose to all of you to keep proposing on this course your ideas and start contacting the coordinators. If you have doubts, if you have anything, but I repeat, from the not the next week, but the next the week after the next one, this office we have here will really be where all people will be coming, local actors, to work on the program, on the stuff. And then for next week, we maybe can give you a more scheduled program, because we have to do it. This time it's not like Paris. We need to do a scheduled program because the administration wants it, because it's a public event. So we are building it. And it will be as open as we can, but we need to build a structure, a formal structure. So over this formal structure, we will start building the local camp and the intervention of the global community. But I repeat, it's something that, if coordinated with local actors, it's very open, and we can really approach every part of the camp, not only of the fest, not only the week of local camp. It's not. I don't think it's so reduced that week.
Okay.
So Nasia, that was your main question. I think you got the point. So are you satisfied? Do you have more questions?
No, okay. Personally, I'm trying to figure it out, I mean, because I would like to be part also before the local camp to participate in the fest, and probably I will arrive earlier. And yeah, I don't know. We were talking with Mario, for example, to participate and do something. So we will communicate with the coordinators, I guess, and see how it can work. I don't know.
Okay. I think another role of the coordinator will be to be sure that every actor is in the right channel of communication. We are putting them in Slack. For example, the people we met yesterday, we are giving them access to Slack and Discord to be in relation with with us. But one thing I was reflecting is that we manage very fast this tool as a global community, Slack, Discord, Drive, and there is a lot of local people involved. We are involved in that don't manage these tools, so they can be slower. So that's why we need coordination. We need the local group has a big effort to do, but we don't have to be afraid to go for our goal, that is local camp, and start doing it, and then we will fix it. I mean, we just have to be conscious that we manage tools very fast, corresponding to confronting to these local actors. So we have to be careful of not being overcoming them, but this is not a fear that has to stop us.
Actually, it's 8.
It's 8. We have to go, guys. We are sorry. We have maybe 3 minutes because the woman who closes not is passing. She said she's very nice. If you have reflection, Carlotta, you just came in, but
What?
you just got here. You can maybe watch the YouTube video. It's not very long.
Yeah. You put the link in the Discord.
No,
in the.
not.
Okay.
We can put it also in the
In Slack. Okay, no, it's enough in Slack.
Next time, each one should have a background like Artemi and Asia. Red.
We have to choose the color.
We were talking with Irene about
Make a rainbow.
create a sort of tool to.
Yes. The rainbow.
So we can give us an appointment for next Thursday. At the same time.
Okay. See, I'm with you.
We can change the timing if it's right for us. Huh? We can move it. It's not a problem, but maybe the day can just stay Thursday. For the organization here fits good because we have a calendar of the group here that will be Monday. The group here will be working more on with the legal stuff and communication and stuff, and then the 4 days will be working with the local actors every day with a thematic, like one day school, one day agora, one day cocina, one day galleria. And Thursday is good because it's in the middle of the week, so all the big changes has already happened. So we can get updated. I don't know, guys. If there is nothing else, we can just close because it's 8 o'clock and we really need to go.
Yeah, don't hesitate with Slack discourse.
Yeah, mostly discourse, it's important.
Most is better.
Don't drink too much this weekend, guys.
Why that?
Stay calm.
No, 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 no.
Stai tranquillo.
Pasquale che parla italiano. Beh.
Ah, auguri Monica!
Really,
Auguri.
Auguri!
Mi ha regalato 37 gradi, si soffoca, lo sapevo.
Esto es Murcia, chavales. No estamos en París nunca más.
Eso es Murcia, sì.
muy bien.
Muy bien.
Monica, have a good party tonight, eh?
Provo, sono un po' cotta, stanca, ma...
Meglio, meglio. Poi se bevi una birra fa doppio l'effetto.
Io sono già al vino comunque, non è che... Sono già là però. Poi li brindiamo qui a Parigi comunque.
Very good, very good. So we meet next week Thursday, okay?
Okay.
Just prepare all the questions and stuff, and so we have we start working on this.
Well.
Ok.
Right?
Adelante.
Ok.
Bye everybody.
Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Grazie.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Ciao.